let's get started. So we've been through me washing my hair, scrubbing the ends, which is still a bit, minging. They could actually do with apple cider vinegar rinse, but today, because we're in quarantine times, I have stretched out my whole day doing my hair. I don't usually spend the whole day. I started this morning and it is now 7:49 and I haven't completed it. What I've decided to do is I've left a quarter. I'm going to now just undo this little thing here. My hair is virtually dry, by the way. I put on a little bit of makeup. Might be a bit enough actually though. It's a bit enough because I rushed it. It just, when an idea just comes to your head, like, oh, let me put some makeup on. I didn't plan it properly at all. All I knew was my hair needed to be washed and I wanted to do a video helping my customers who can't get to me in these treacherous times because of the big C. I want to help them do their own locks. Now, I am as spoiled as my clients because I usually get my hair done also. So doing my own hair isn't actually something I want to do. Not really. I really have to be in the mood, to be honest, to do my own hair. I quite enjoy sitting back and getting it done. Anyway, this is dry, so I'm just going to wet the roots with some water. This is a bit flat, so it is best to do your retwist whilst your hair is damp or wet. Yeah, because what we want to be doing is letting it go from wet to dry in that twisted position, which is I do it in a clockwise direction. Okay, right, make sure it's wet. And earlier I put moisture on it, which was this butter here, Nubian Citrus Punch conditioning butter. You can also, we've got a range on our website, www.thehouseofshea.com, and we have a range of butters, oils, body scrubs, lip balms, and we've got liquid soap coming soon. So there's all sorts of natural plant-based products on there that you can use on your braids, twists, your afros, your locks, all sorts of things. So I'm just going to add some more moisture. Now, we don't use a product to hold the locks together. We use the product to give it moisture, basically, because locks tend to be dry. We don't use a product to hold it together because it can build up and it's not what we want to do. So I am going to do mine twisted downwards. So hopefully you can see that over there. I'm not using a comb, I'm just separating with my finger, and I'm going to make sure it's clockwise. So to do that, I'm having my left hand high, my right hand low, I'm on the left side of my face, and I'm pushing up, and that then twists the roots like that and tightens it right up. Okay, that is the clockwise direction I was talking about. Now you can do them as tight or as loose as you want. Don't do it too tight because that can cause traction, which I do have in these areas from having my hair up. So at the moment I don't bother twisting it going back, I'm twisting it going down, so I don't put pressure on it. So we use the clip to hold it in position. That's all it's for whilst it's wet, because it can slip, it can loosen a little bit, which is fine if you want it to loosen, but we actually want it all to stay in one place. So now this actually doesn't need to take long. If you're like me and you've done all sorts of things throughout the day instead of just concentrating on your hair, then it does take long. It takes like all day. But you can do it as quickly as you want to. So we're clockwise. Okay. One second. Now when you're doing your retwist, you should really have a retwist between every 4 to 6 weeks. You can stretch it out to 8 weeks. That's a bit too long, and please make sure you don't have your hair in tight updos or pull it up tight. That's what causes damage. That's what I've done to myself, actually, pulling my hair up tight. It's not from retwist before anybody says it. Retwist pulls your hair. No, I don't do mine. Actually, I do mine, I would say every 3 to 4 weeks, to be honest. Sometimes I just wash it, leave it a week, and then retwist the whole thing. Or sometimes I've retwisted just around the periphery, around the edges, to create a facade, so it looks like it's done, all done, but it's actually not. So let me just tell you again. So we take the section and twist it in a clockwise direction. It's not too tight on the root. There we go. Not too tight on the root. Nice and moist, because we need it to be dry, so we can go from in this position, from wet to dry. It will stay like this. It's not the product that keeps it. So petroleum, bees wax, waxes of all kinds, gels, strong gels, things like that to hold it together, it's not needed. Doing your hair like this should last near enough 2 months if you keep it covered. And it also depends on your lifestyle, because if you go into the gym a lot and you're sweating, or you're quite a sporty person, a retwist might not be for you. You might actually be better off with it being interlocked, which is with the latch hook. I've got a video somewhere, I think, on interlocking. I'll have a look, find it, and put a link to it in the description. Yeah, so you can see. If there isn't one, I'll do one on interlocking. But yeah, if you are quite active, I would say don't bother with palm roll. Interlock it. But interlocking on your own hair can be a little bit tricky. Some people do it with ease, some people struggle with it, and you can end up creating knots. Do you know what I mean? And hoops in holes if you're not careful. There is a technique, and you need to be consistent with how you're doing your interlocking, so you don't create either a lock that looks like a chain or a Y lock. Y lock where it's split at the bottom like this. I've seen some horrific outcomes with people who's done interlocking and don't have a clue what they're doing and mess up their hair completely. We've had to undo so many, and luckily we've been able to undo them. I don't think there's been any that I haven't managed to undo. It's actually quite easy to comb interlocking out, to be honest. It's a bit easier than when you palm roll. When it's been palm rolled, it locks a lot tighter eventually with the palm roll. So we're nearly there. Woo! Last section. Give it some more water. So as you can see, I haven't used a comb.